Hello students, welcome back to our online classes. This is Shruti Chauhan, Department of Economics, Gokte PU College, Belgavi. In our previous video, we have started with chapter 8, that is infrastructure. I hope you all understood our previous session. So today, let's talk about some of the different sectors of infrastructure. First, come on to energy. So students, why do we need energy? Because energy is one of the most important input for economic development. Yes or no? Yes. So energy is a critical aspect of development process of a nation. It is very basic element for development of a nation. It is of course essential for industries and IT sectors, but nowadays it is used on a large scale in agriculture and related areas like production and transportation of fertilizers, pesticides and farm equipment. It is also required in large number in domestic consumptions. Okay, yes. So under energy we classify into two types, that is conventional and non conventional. So again in conventional energy there are two sections, that is commercial and non commercial. So commercial talks about coal, petroleum and electricity, wherein non commercial sources of energy are firewood, agriculture waste and dried dung. So these are the non commercial as they are found in nation. So conventional sources of energy are known as the traditional sources of energy, while commercial sources of energy are generally exhaustible. Non commercial sources of energy are renewable. Okay, yes. So there are two sources of energy, conventional sources and non conventional sources. So conventional sources includes, they have been used since from long time, wherein non conventional sources, these are the new sources of energy and most of them are still in experimental stages and being worked upon. So conventional sources are non renewable, wherein non conventional sources are renewable sources. Conventional sources, these are not environment friendly as these pollute the environment, but non conventional sources, these have environment friendly features. So conventional sources are limited in nature, wherein non conventional sources are abundance and can be renewed. Okay, so next let's talk about sources of conventional energy. There are two types of sources as we have discussed, commercial energy and non commercial energy. So these energy is largely used for commercial purposes in industries, agriculture and services sector. Coal, petroleum and electricity are commercial sources of energy as they are bought and sold in market. So what are non commercial energy? Non commercial energy is nothing but it is commonly used in rural households for domestic consumption. It is available free of cost. Example, agriculture waste, firewood, dried and etc. So what are the main sources of energy? There are four main sources of energy, that is coal, electricity, petroleum and oil and last one is natural gas. So coal, it is a primary source of energy. India produces 67% of commercial requirement of country. Electricity is used to develop industries for urbanization and for modernization of agriculture and for electrification of villages etc. Petroleum and oil includes its widely used source. We depend on import of oil and petroleum. It constitutes nearly 30% of our imports. So, as you know, what are imports and exports, students? Yes. So, natural gas used as raw material for fertilizer plants, petrochemical plants, and used as LPG for domestic consumption. So, there are three other sources of energy which are commonly termed as non-conventional sources, such as solar energy, wind energy, and tidal power. Okay, so being a tropical country, India has almost unlimited potential for producing all three types of energy if some appropriate cost effective technologies that are already available are used. Even cheaper technologies can be developed. So, solar energy, it's a renewable source of energy. It has a wide range of use, wherein wind energy is generated by controlling wind power. India has initiated wind energy program to produce wind energy. So, number last, that is biogas generated using animal dung, agriculture waste, and other biological waste. Yes. So, next let's talk about consumption pattern of commercial energy in India. So, in India, commercial energy consumption makes up about 74% of the total energy consumed in India. So, commercial sources account 65%, which constitute 55% of coal, 31% of oil, and 11% of natural gas, and 3% of hydroelectricity. Okay, yes. So, non-commercial sources account only 35%, and the critical feature of India's consumption depend on import of crude oil and petroleum products, because domestic production of these is not sufficient enough. That is why we import petroleum products and crude oil from the other countries. Yes. So, the sectoral pattern of consumption of commercial energy is given in the table number 8.2. The transport sector was the largest consumer of commercial energy in 1953 to 54. However, there has been continuous fall in the share of the transport sector, while the shares of the household, agriculture, and industrial sector have been increasing rapidly. Okay, so the share of oil and gas is highest among all commercial energy consumption. With the rapid rate of economic growth, there has been a corresponding increase in the use of energy. So, in this pie chart you can see that there are two sections in use of energy, that is residential and commercial. So, residential includes your domestic consumption, and commercial includes other your the energy used in IT sectors and all the three sectors of the economy. Okay, yes. So, agriculture uses only 18% of the energy, and industrial sector uses 46% of the energy, both, that is conventional and non-conventional, and buildings includes, or they uses 29% of the both residential and commercial energy, while others use only 7% of the energy. Okay, so next let's talk about power or electricity. The most visible form of energy, which is often identified with progress in modern civilization, is power. Okay, so it is commonly called as electricity. So, it is a critical component of infrastructure that determines the economic development of a country. So power and electricity is a very important component of infrastructure which influence economic development of a country. So the growth rate of demand for electricity is higher than the growth rate of GDP. In order to have 8% growth rate in GDP per annum, the power supply should grow by 12% annually. Okay, yes. So the sources of power or electricity generation are thermal power, hydroelectricity and nuclear or atomic power. So what is thermal power? Thermal power is generated using oil, coal, oil and natural gas. 66% of total power generated by this means. Okay, so what is hydroelectricity? Hydroelectricity power is generated by water. Cost of production is less compared to other sources. So hydroelectricity power is generated by water. Cost of production is less compared to other sources of power. Accounts 20% of total power generation capacity. Nuclear or atomic power is generated from radioactive elements, accounts only 3% of total power generation in energy. So what challenges does the power sector faces in nation? That is, there are some challenges in power sector. That is, the main challenges what the power sector faces is insufficiency of electricity generation, poor performance of state electricity boards, lack of investment, then higher consumption of electricity, then we have improper utilization of installed capacity, then we have other challenges, that is like general public unrest due to high tariffs and prolonged power cuts in different part of nation. Okay, so what measures can use to solve the energy crisis in India? There are some measures to solve energy crisis in India. The main measure to solve the energy crisis is increase in plant load factor. Increase in plant load factor can solve the energy crisis in India. Next we have energy in supply of electricity, check on transmission and distribution losses. Then we have increase in investment. Okay, then we have exploration of renewable sources. Okay, number last measure to solve the energy crisis is improve the performance of state electricity board, that is SEBs. Thank you students.